Hey, YouTube family, Auntie is here. It's time for the curls and the scoop, and we got a lot of head scratching that we're going to do today. It's not cute, not knowing. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. Let's get this hug in because, as I said, a lot of head scratching. Lawyers for Jonathan Majors have released the text messages from the girlfriend. There was the altercation over the weekend. He was arrested, charged with strangulation and harassment. And he got released on bail. He's got to go to court in early May. The lawyers released these text messages, which read, "I shouldn't have tried to grab your phone. I love you. I will tell them that you did not strangle me. I will tell them not to file charges." His career is in jeopardy, but the damage is done. I think they're going to go to court in May. Everything is going to be dropped. They want people to forget. But the funny thing about things like this, people don't forget. You ever hear that saying, "There's a fly in the milk"? There's a fly in the milk. No one's going to forget. I'm not saying that somebody shouldn't be forgiven, but they're not going to forget. And his career is in danger. And I think they're trying to do everything. Because I'm telling you, if Marvel turns their back on him, it's not going to be good. He's set to be the new villain in the Marvel world. Kang the Conqueror. If Jonathan don't get away from this doggone woman, she's not marriage material. She was just a girlfriend. And Jonathan, if you're going to be out here talking to other women, then you just stop. Just be single. Just be single. Just be single and say, "I'm out of here to play." You got to get away from this woman. You really do. She could blackmail you forever. Forever. I'm going to tell the cops what really happened. Now, they're anxious to clear him. But these messages, "I love you. I shouldn't have tried to grab your phone." Y'all know instances like this when you see somebody, some text or somebody calling, and you be like, "Who that?" And you be looking over. Jonathan Majors, I'm sure your career will probably go on. But as the elders say, there's some fly in the milk. Nick Cannon, I really don't want him to give another interview. He was asked about his home life, 6 baby mamas, 12 kids. And he says that he gives them advice, respect, admiration. He says he's a provider, but he only gives them money when they need it. 12 kids, yeah, they need it. Yes, they need it. And they need your time. They need your time. They need your time. They need your time. Kids need time. You must spend time with these children. 12 is a lot. There is homework. There's sports. There are after school activities. There's life. You could throw the money, the gifts, the presents. But what about your time? You got to spend time with kids. And it's a lot. You give them money when they need it? They'll get it? Okay, Nick. Flo Rida, keep him and his family in prayers. His 6-year-old son, who is disabled, fell 5 stories from a building in Jersey City. He suffered numerous injuries, including a shattered pelvis, a collapsed lung. Flo Rida's baby mama is suing that building because she says it just wasn't safe. Keep them in your prayers. Gayle King set to become the highest paid anchor or news person on CNN. This is the deal. $12 million, one night a week. One night a week. She'll be teaming up most likely with Charles Barkley. She will still do CBS, where she's getting paid $13 million a year. Will Gayle King be the new savior of CNN? Can she save a network that doesn't even know their identity? See, they tried to be Fox News Light and change the direction. Well, people left in droves. And let's face it, unless it's a major world event, that's when they get their big ratings. The major world events that captivates the world. That's when they get them. That's a lot of money. I don't know how the other people are seeing and, reacting to this. One night a week, the new show will debut primetime in the fall. Adam Sandler, Megan Thee Stallion. He had a great week. Got the Mark Twain Award, which is comedy's highest honor. Megan Thee Stallion, of course. She hot right now. One of the headliners for Essence Fest. She's in negotiations to star in a new movie with Adam Sandler on Netflix. Let's talk about the movies that are coming. First off, Grownish is ending. It'll be season 6, and they're going to split it in 2 parts. Kem, one of my favorite singers, a man that I adore, he writes about his life in the new book, Share My Life. He recorded his first album in Philadelphia. He's a former drug addict, and he talks about the battle and the journey that he's been on. I love his honesty. I love his music. I love that he speaks, because addiction is something. And sometimes it takes one day at a time, because you can have one day that can mess it up. Addiction is real, and many people go through it. But the good part about Kem's life, he was at the bottom of his life, and now he built his life back up. I think this book is going to help so many people. Share My Life comes out next week, as well as a live album. And if you have ever been to a Kem show, it is a musical experience, but great times for Kem. The book is called Share My Life. At the movies, you've got 1001. Tiana Taylor plays a free-spirited woman who loses her child to foster care. Well, she kidnaps that child out of foster care, and they begin a bonding. You got Dungeons and Dragons. Chris Pine, Regé-Jean Page. If you're a fan of the video game, this is the movie version of it. Spinning Gold, the story of Neil Bogart, the man who founded Casablanca Records. Donna Summer, Village People. Those all top of my head. Kiss, Gladys Knight, when they had Buddha, Bill Withers, George Clinton, Parliament Funkadelic. Ledisi is going to play Gladys Knight. Rapper Wiz Khalifa is going to play George Clinton. Jason Derulo is playing Ron Isley. But it shows the rise of this independent record label who went against the big ones to really create a whole new musical landscape in the 70s. But Spinning Gold opens in theaters tomorrow. Next week, Matt Damon, Viola Davis, Ben Affleck. It's the movie Air, where Nike, how do they get a young unknown? They know he's going to be a basketball phenom, but he wasn't a star yet. How do they get Michael Jordan to sign with Nike? That's not only going to be in theaters, but it's also going to be on Apple TV. Monique, her special, My Name is Monique. It airs on the 4th on Netflix. And Quinta Brunson this weekend, Saturday Night Live. She's going to be hosting. Before I get out of here, I do a podcast, Patty and the Millennials. It's a conversation with me, the baby boomer, millennials, Gen X, men and women. So I've heard this term, masculine women, thrown around. And I'm like, what's that? I'm not talking about women who wear lumberjacks or dress like men and want to be men. No. I'm talking about women who may be strong and assertive and they get things done and they're a real boss lady. But a lot of people will say, oh, they're too masculine. They're too masculine. And we all know that men don't really like masculine women. You gotta be able to show that feminine side a little bit. Masculine women, we talk about it. You can find us on Pandora, Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio Podcasts, Patty and the Millennials. It's conversation that you'll want to hear. So check us out. It's Patty and the Millennials. I'm the baby boomer. I ain't no doggone millennial. But it's great to have conversation. It really is. You can agree to disagree, men, women, but we talk about masculine women, and is it fair to tag a woman as that? Is it dismissive? Is it a backhanded compliment if a woman is referred to? So check the website, check the podcast out. I talk about websites all day. That's why my head is like, but check the podcast out. Appreciate it. I threw out a lot of questions. This whole Jonathan Majors thing. What y'all think? Nick Cannon. Nick, don't give no more interviews because it just gets more confusing. And can Gayle King save CNN? Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Leave a comment. We do appreciate and read the comments, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a thing. I'm Patty Jackson. Thanks for joining me. I am your auntie of pop culture.